Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Open Weather Map API project. So down here within our main method, first we instantiate a new HTTP client class. This will be used later to send GET requests to the Open Weather Map API. And to do that, we have to have using system.net.http up here. So after creating the HTTP client, we use console.write to ask the user through the terminal to input their API key. So we use console.readline to allow them to input the API key, and then we store it within the API_key variable. And then after that, we ask the user again with console.write what the city name is that they want. Using console.readline, we get the user's input, and then we use the toLower method tagged on to lowercase any of the user's input, because the URI that we are going to be sending needs all lowercase for the city name. So then once we do that, we store that within the city name variable. And then we come down here and we can get the whole user URL by using string concatenation. Right here, the city name that we got from the user earlier. And then after that, we have the user's API key that gets passed in here. And then we also have units equals imperial. And I got all of that information from the Open Weather Map documentation over here. So we are using this URI right here, where we get the city name and the API key and pass that in our GET requests. And then we also did the imperial units tagged on. Otherwise, it would just use whatever standard measurements they use. Okay. So after we create the variable of the URI, we use client.getStringAsync, and then we pass the URI into that method, and we are allowed to use that method now because we instantiated our HTTP client class up here. So once we send that asynchronously, we use .result to get that result in the form of JSON and store it within weather response variable. And then after that, we have to parse that JSON to get some actual string information out of it. So we use the using Newtonsoft that we also have written up there. We use the jobject.parse method, and we're parsing through the data that we got back using the getStringAsync. And so we store that in formatted response main. And then after we do that, we deserialize that JSON string data that we have. And to do that, we go and we're saying the object name is main, and then within that, the object name is temp that we want to get back. So we store that in formatted response temp. And then lastly, we use console.writeline to print out the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit to the user. So let's test that out. So here's our console. Welcome to the Open Weather API. Please input your API key, which I have just commented out up here so that I don't have to keep going back. You get that when you sign up for the Open Weather Map API and create an account. Enter the city name you wish to view the current weather forecast of. So I'm going to put Fort Benning, and we get 64.69 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's all. Thanks for watching.